Imagine this. A Roman empress dissolves a pearl worth $25 million into a glass of vinegar. She drinks it. Not out of madness, but to prove a point, that she has more wealth than some entire kingdoms. That woman was Cleopatra, and that single act reveals something most people never understand about money. Wealth is not just a number, it is a position. It is which floor you occupy in a building that most people never even find the entrance to. Today, we are going inside that building. We are climbing the wealth ladder, all 6 floors, and showing you exactly what it takes to move up. Nick Maggiulli studied economics at Stanford University. He built his reputation at one of America's most respected wealth management firms in New York City. And then he did something rare. He spent years digging through financial data, real household data spanning decades, trying to answer one question. Why do so many hardworking, intelligent people never actually build wealth? The answer surprised him. It was not intelligence. It was not effort. It was not even income. It was strategy. Specifically, using the wrong strategy for the wrong stage of wealth. His book, Just Keep Buying, has now reached over 500,000 readers across more than 20 countries. And today, we are breaking down the core framework at its heart. The wealth ladder has 6 floors. Each floor is defined not just by a number, but by a completely different financial reality. Floor 1 is under $9,000 in net worth. This is survival mode. Every dollar matters. Cash flow is king. Floor 2 is between $9,000 and $90,000. Stability begins here. Saving becomes possible. Floor 3 reaches up to $900,000. This is where compounding starts to genuinely work in your favor. Floor 4 goes up to $9 million. Leverage becomes the name of the game. Time is now your scarcest resource. Floor 5 climbs to $90 million. Systems must multiply your capital. And floor 6, above $90 million, is legacy. Building something that outlasts you. Here is the hard truth. 70% of people stay on the exact same floor for 20 or more years. Not because they are lazy, because they are using the wrong map. Here is a mistake that millions of people make every single day. They are on floor 1 or floor 2, and they try to save their way to wealth. It does not work. Here is why. If your net worth is under $90,000, every dollar you save is worth far less than every dollar you earn. The math is brutal and clear. Say you save $200 every month. You skip every coffee, you pack every lunch, you sacrifice every small pleasure. 20 years later, you have saved $48,000. Still floor 1. Meanwhile, someone who focused on raising their income, landing a better role, building a side income, developing a high-value skill, they crossed floor 2 in 5 years. The trap is real, and the solution is equally real. On the lower floors, your primary weapon is income growth, not savings discipline. Once your income rises, then savings and investment amplify everything. But first, earn more. Once you cross into floor 3, the strategy changes completely. Savings now matter. Compounding begins to work in your favor. Index fund investing becomes one of the most powerful tools available to you. You also need to stack skills, because higher skills command higher rates, and higher rates accelerate your ascent. By floor 4, time itself becomes the bottleneck. You simply cannot trade enough hours to get there. This is where leverage must enter your playbook. Floor 5 demands systems, tax efficiency, estate planning, cross-asset capital allocation. And floor 6 is not about accumulation at all. It is about what you build that lasts beyond your own lifetime. Each floor has its own rules. The players who win are not the ones who work hardest. They are the ones who play by the rules of the floor they are actually on. According to 2 decades of data from the University of Michigan's panel study of income dynamics, tracking thousands of real households over 20 years, 70% of people never advance a single floor. 70%. And here is what makes that number haunting. Almost none of them were lazy. Almost all of them were trying. The problem was not their work ethic. The problem was their strategy. They were saving aggressively when they should have been earning aggressively. They were investing cautiously when they should have been deploying leverage. They were applying floor 2 thinking to floor 4 problems. Working harder with the wrong map does not get you to the destination. It just tires you out faster. The answer is not more effort. The answer is the right strategy, matched precisely to the floor you are actually standing on right now. Here is a framework that changes how you think about your own time. The 1% rule. Every hour you spend should have a chance of growing your net worth by at least 1%. That sounds abstract, so let us make it concrete. If your net worth is $65,000, 1% is $650. Now ask yourself, is hunting for a $2 coupon worth your time? Mathematically, no. Your energy belongs on growing income. But if your net worth is $650,000, 1% is $6,500. A 2-hour networking lunch that could land a major client, that is absolutely worth your time. And for someone just starting out, net worth of $3,500, 1% is only $35. Finding a $40 saving, that is one of the highest return activities available to you right now. The same action can be genius on one floor and pure time waste on another. Price your hours. Match them to your floor. Most people size their lifestyle to their paycheck. That is the trap. The 0.01% law says, size your daily spending to your net worth instead. The formula is simple. Take your net worth, multiply by 0.0001, and that is your sustainable daily spending. If your net worth is $65,000, your daily spending limit is $6.50. If your net worth is $650,000, it rises to $65 a day. At $6.5 million, you have $650 daily. Real freedom, real comfort. This is not about deprivation, it is about alignment. When a salary raise arrives, the biggest mistake is immediately upgrading your lifestyle to match it. Wait, let the net worth cross the next floor first, then upgrade. The discipline of sizing life to assets rather than income, that is the single habit that most separates floor 3 people from floor 4 people. Time is the wall that stops most people from reaching floor 4 and above. Even someone earning $700,000 a year and saving $300,000 still needs more than 20 years of pure savings to reach floor 4. The only way through the wall is leverage. There are 3 kinds. People leverage. You hire, delegate, and build systems so that income runs without your direct hours. Others create value on your behalf. Capital leverage. Investments, real estate, and dividends work around the clock, generating returns entirely independent of how many hours you put in. And content leverage, perhaps the most democratizing force in economic history. One article, one video, one framework can generate value for years after it is created. A laptop and an internet connection are now the entry fee to this lever. In previous centuries, only the ultra-wealthy had access to leverage. Today, anyone can reach for it. The question is, which lever will you choose to build? Financial wealth is only one of the 6 ladders you need to climb. The others are invisible on any balance sheet, but they shape the quality of everything money can buy. Social wealth. Research from Harvard suggests that having just one genuinely close friendship is worth roughly $140,000 per year in life satisfaction. Relationships outlast any net worth milestone. Mental wealth. Freedom from chronic anxiety and worry. A calm, clear mind is worth more than almost any bonus. Physical wealth. Your VO2 max, your longevity metrics. There is no point reaching floor 5 if your body cannot make the journey. Time wealth. The ability to say no without financial fear, to own your own calendar. Purpose wealth, a reason to get up in the morning, the rarest floor of all, and the one money cannot purchase directly. The wealthiest people in every lasting sense, they stack all 5 of these simultaneously alongside their financial climb. In 1888, Alfred Nobel opened a French newspaper and read his own obituary. He had not died. His brother had. But the headline above the wrong name read, "The Merchant of Death is dead." Nobel had invented dynamite. He had made a fortune from weapons. And now he was forced to see, while still alive, exactly how the world would remember him. That shock changed everything. He redirected his entire fortune. He created the Nobel Prize. He asked the question most of us never ask until it is too late. What will I actually leave behind? This leads us to the final insight of the wealth ladder. Money is salt. Salt does not create flavor. It amplifies what is already there. A great meal becomes extraordinary. A bland one becomes overwhelmingly salty. If you are genuinely happy, money makes you more so. If you are anxious, money amplifies the anxiety. The ladder you build is not just financial. It is you, amplified. Build the life first. Then add the money. Here is your 6-step action plan to start climbing today. Step 1, identify your floor. Add every asset, subtract every debt. Your net worth tells you which floor you are on right now. Step 2, use the right strategy for that floor. Floors 1 and 2, grow income. Floor 3, invest and compound. Floor 4 and above, deploy leverage. Step 3, apply the 1% rule. Audit every hour. Remove what cannot grow your net worth by at least 1%. Step 4, apply the 0.01% law. Size your daily spending to your net worth, not your paycheck. Step 5, choose your leverage. People, capital, or content. Pick one. Build it deliberately and systematically. Step 6. Stack all 5 non-financial ladders alongside your financial climb. Social, mental, physical, time, and purpose. None of these can be purchased at the top. They must be built on the way up. The wealth ladder is waiting. Now you know which floor you are on and exactly how to move.